What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, comment, and enjoy.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
So, we're here. We start off with Sheree and her friend Fatum. They go to her daughter's radio show, a little kiss and tell, and Tiara gets to the breaking news. Basically, she got some news, and it's about Tyrone and Sheree, and they're basically not on speaking terms. Sheree's pissed off. She feels like, yeah, Tyrone, he's the one that's over here leaking stuff. That sounds like something Tyrone would do. And she's like, yeah, he's a scammer. He's this, he's that. And I'm like, well, I mean, Nene tried to tell you.
I said what I said.
We transport to Marlo's house, and she's having a hard time with her nephews. The boys are acting up in school, getting smart with teachers. They basically getting smart with teachers, right? I'm talking about, I don't know what I would do if, like, let's say my younger sister was like, I gotta go to jail, watch my kids.
Wait a damn minute.
I don't think I'm gonna be watching her. I don't think I could do it. Like, but with Marlo, it's just like, you took on that responsibility. So I mean, they're acting guardian, their parent. So I mean, Kenya hosts Sonya at Moore Manor. Sonya talks about speaking with Ross about like they're basically trying to sneak in the house, trying to have sex. And I'm like, girl, how you gonna sneak in your house?
In your house?
Trying to have sex?
Not on my watch.
We're not doing that. Like, Sonya, girl, no, we're not doing that. They talk about the new how Marlo's come for Kenya and Candy and calling the girls all this, that, and third, going low blow. And my whole thing with Marlo is like, she do hit below the belt, and it's really uncalled for half the time. She go low, and I think next episode when Kenya go low too. I mean, Marlo, you can't get mad because you did it first, and you always do it. That's like your go-to. And at this point, it's really getting irritating because I'm like, girl, okay, and she got a man, cool. Like, I don't think anybody revolves their word around a man. I mean, most girls do, but I don't think no. So Fatum meets Sheree at her house, and Fatum looks good. Her body looks good. I think this, if you look at Fatum here versus Fatum at the end of this episode, okay. So she talks about like the media gossip about her and Tyrone. She feels stupid, and Sheree just starts bawling.
I feel so stupid.
Like crying, bawling, and I've never seen Sheree like cry that hard. And it was like kind of like I felt like I was like peeping in on something that was private. But I don't know, like I just hope that Sheree realized like who you are, Sheree Whitfield. Like, why are you letting this man do? He is not even that cute if you really want to keep it all the way funky. But I mean, Sheree, do what you gotta do. Drew and her mother go to get a mani-pedi, and so they talk about how Ralph got a book deal and about being a step parent, and Drew's wondering why Ralph didn't adopt her son. And my whole thing is, I feel like Ralph, he knows his place. He knows that he is not his stepson's father. His father's still alive, and I feel like it's a respect thing. I wouldn't know what I would do because I'm not a parent and I'm not in that situation, but I don't think I would want to step on another man's toes to adopt his kids if he was remotely in his life. But I think she said he's not in the life. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's a 50-50 thing, but you know, Ralph, child. But yeah, it is kind of a oxymoron because he's over here writing about being a step parent, and these are the stuff you're supposed to do as a step parent, but he's not trying to adopt the son. I mean, if the love is there, the love's there. I mean, he know that he's step, so I hope that's not gonna be like a big thing, because it's not really that deep, because he still loves his son. He calls him his son, so I'm like, so Drew mama bring up this messy ass recording, and the ladies talk about their spirits, a one spirit. The spirits are coming for you. And she's like, I think it's Sonya. And I'm just like, Drew, I guess she part of the church, and there's a lot of people like this, right? But it's just irritating where it's just like, now you're over here assuming something, trying to make something out of nothing. Talk about these spirits are coming from a girl. Their spirits are all around us, okay? Like, so Marlo, she getting her stuff for her new house, and she's building. Sheree and Sonya meet her at like the little furniture store, and it was cute or whatever. And Sheree brings up hosting a pajama party for all the girls, and I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be cute. Marlo gets annoyed because Kenya's basically gonna be there, and she's just like, I ain't got time for Kenya. Sonya comes over and tell them about Kenya basically doesn't want Marlo to like hit below the belt. Like, that's all she do, hit below the belt. But you say that we're cool. Like, how are we cool if you constantly hit below the belt? Is Sonya the new bone collector? Because she had been running stuff back. Okay. Marlo said Kenya can't take her. And I'm just like, okay, Yandy. So Marlo brings up her nephews acting out and being bad, and she said that she kicked them out to her sister's house, Crystal, for 30 days for a wake-up call. And like I said, I'm not a parent, but I just feel like it's kind of fucked up, because regardless of the fact, you took those boys in, and you can't be mad at them. They're teenagers going through these different emotions, hormones, puberty, and yeah, we all acted a fool when we're teenagers. I know I acted a fool. But it's one of those situations where it's like, as a parent, like, you're just going to create more abandonment issues for these kids because their mother left them, and now you over here kick them out. And maybe it's not going to create abandonment issues, but I feel like if it was me, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, okay, if I do something bad, or if I do anything that she don't like, then she's gonna kick me out. Now, granted, were they being bad in school? Hell yeah. Were they punching holes in walls? Hell yeah. I'd be mad as hell. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's just like, you have to put yourself to the side when you're raising kids to an extent. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't lose yourself in your children. But it's just one of those situations where it's like, there has to be a borderline. Like for you just like, I'm done. And then you want to try to evoke sympathy from the viewers. And I wasn't really buying it. I'm just like, okay, Marlo, I get it, but I'm just like, I just think it's kind of fucked up, because now you talk about you as a foster kid, and you talking about how all the other girls feel, but now you kicking them out. Yeah, to the sister house, but you said that your sister, you got 4 kids running around, and you gave them this lifestyle that they got accustomed to, and now it's just like, okay, well, fuck you, bye. I don't like that, and didn't like that. All the girls arrive at Sheree's, and everything looks amazing. Fatum, I don't know what the world happened to her hair. It looked like she was on a roller coaster, and it was a good ride. But baby, Fatum. Ooh, but I like Fatum though. She's just right messy. So Sonya asked Fatum about Drew, and she said her friend pulled a background check on Drew, and basically Ralph has all these different aliases under his name. They're just like, oh, maybe he got the aliases because, he got bad credit. I mean, it makes sense, but child, it's weird, right? It's weird because you don't know this girl from a hole in the wall, like answer ground and clouds in the sky, but you're doing a background check on her for what? It's really giving weird, and just like, it's not that deep. Now, if you do a background check, like let's say you're dating someone, okay, that makes sense. Let's say you're trying to really get to know someone, you're invested in them, do a background check. Cool, it ain't that much, cool. But to a bitch that you basically said that you don't like or you not cool with, that is kind of weird. It is. So Drew is late as usual, and Drew's saying, yeah, I feel all these Delilah spirit, all these women energy, but she still looks gorgeous. And it was funny because her and Sheree got the same pajama set on, but they both look good. Sheree, I just love Sheree. Sheree look good. Marlo arrives, and Kenya's like, okay, well, Sasquatch with the lace front just showed up. What was she had me rolling? That was funny. So all the girls go downstairs, and there's basically a spread, and everything looks amazing. And I'm just like, oh my Lord. Like, the table setting was really nice. The decorations was really nice. This pastel pink theme. And then surprise, they were doing basically a sip and paint. And they had like models. They had the girl come out, she was looking good, but when that man came out, that thing was thangin' from the front and the back. Then we see a surprise guest, Lisa Wu, walks in, and I'm just like, okay, Miss Lisa Wu. She looks good. There's a lot of chatter going on like Lisa Wu should come back on the show. I don't disagree. I'm like, bring her back in some capacity. Drew and Sonya, they basically everybody gets up and they're talking about like the sip and see, and Drew and everybody gets up and they start painting, right? Drew and Sonya talks about Ralph, and Sonya did throw shade. Like the way she said it was shady as hell.
He did not mean any shade when I talked to Ralph. Y'all act like y'all busy. Y'all act like y'all busy. Y'all act like y'all busy.
Well, what?
And Drew was like cutting her off while talking, because you know Drew like cutting her off, and I mean it was shady. And I don't mind Drew for confronting her on that, but Sonya just walked away because she was like, I'm not doing this right now. Kenya is drunk, like 12, 15, 16 drinks in, and she is just sloshed. And low-key, I'm not mad at it. Girl, do what you gotta do. If Erica can be drunk, you can be drunk too. Everyone sits down for the dinner, and the decor, like I said, was amazing. Marlo and Candy, Marlo went to the bathroom, and Candy had to go to the bathroom too because they want to wash their hands. And they basically just start talking about the whole situation with her nephews, and Marlo's just like, yeah, you know, I'm going through this and that with my nephews. And she finally told Candy that she kicked the boys out. Candy's reaction was everybody else's reaction. Like, it's one of those things. It's just like, if you are going to be someone's guardian, and if you are going to take up that responsibility to have a child, you can't, if you have a child, you can't get that child back. They didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask like, hey, you know, I want to make me, like, no, that a child didn't ask to be here. So for you to be like, I just gave him away, like it's just easy. Most parents can't do that, you know. I mean, child, but most parents can't do that. If you have a child, you bring the child into the world, then I mean that's your responsibility, right? But it's just one of those situations where it's like, I definitely agree with everything what Candy was saying. Marlo was just trying to evoke some sympathy, and I mean they bared the hatches. I mean, hey. Sheree starts speaking. So Sheree starts talking. She was just like, yeah, you know, I'm just trying to walk into my purpose and just want to be like a better person, a better me. And then Kenya was like,
You have to play this game. Whenever anyone says something positive, you have to go, yes, queen.
Candy talks about Marlo mending things. Drew is just shady. Like everything Drew's gonna be is shady, right? So she was like, I'm getting along with most of everyone here. And everybody's just like, no, let's go back around. Candy had to check Drew because like this is like the second go round she said the same thing. And it's just like you with Drew, it's just like Drew is in the middle of the road because it's just like there's times where I'm just like, okay, that's valid what she's doing. But right now it's not valid. You just say, y'all look pretty. Simple. But I guess it's a TV show, child. When Marlo brings up to Drew, she's like, well, do you love Sonya? Drew talking about, I have love for everyone, even my enemies. I mean, I did gas. I was like, ah. She got me there. Lisa started talking, and she's just like, I mean, that's right. I'm just like, Lisa, calm down, okay? Sonya interjects because she's like, Lisa, you just talking. And they had like this little back and forth where I'm just like, Atlanta production. Let's see what's going on with that. Put a hot stick on that. So like I said, Sonya cut off Lisa Wood, and Lisa was not having it. She checked her quick. And then all of a sudden, Drew directs her energy to Fatum. She said, because you've been talking about my husband, let's talk about it. Fatum says, I'm not going to apologize when Drew was asking for it. And Drew basically was like, you brought up the whole situation at Sheree's little party thing unprovoked, so what are you talking about? And she was like, you need to get mad at your assistant. She was like, I'm not going to get mad at my assistant, I'm getting mad at you because you brought it up. Makes sense. Kenya brings up the background check, and Drew is just like over it, and she called her a stalker. So Fatum's trying to like basically explain the situation. Drew's over here like, yeah, my salad. She is paying her dust. And I was like, yes, Drew, pay her dust. So Kenya is drunk, and I love it. Drew talks to Sheree and Fatum and about basically talking junk about them, and Sheree was mad at Drew for bringing up the dirt, but it's just like y'all both did the same exact thing to each other. You brought up something, she brought up something, so you can't really get mad and try to hold someone to this unrealistic standard, and y'all not really friends. So, but Fatum brings up this coochie steamer, and everybody's just like, yeah, girl, da da da. Sheree just hopping on it, and then Drew talking about, yeah, this is black magic. I just can't. And I'm just like, this is the eye roll that anybody got time. At the end of the episode, Kenya and Marlo clash again over something stupid. Marlo hits below the belt. Below country belt.
I said what I said.
Marlo hits below the belt and was like, yeah, that's why you can't have a man, can't keep a man, da da da. And just like, Marlo, can we come up with something else? That's just like, oh. Marlo basically invites all the girls to Blue Ridge Mountain, and I'm just like, now you're trying to be nice, coming from a positive place. I mean, they're all full of shit. Regardless of the fact, this was episode 10, 9. Hope you guys like and enjoy. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.